Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. It is once again that time of the week. It is Thirsty Thursday, and of course you guys know that means it is also update day here in the world of Call of Duty. And today we got a brand new update now live in Warzone. Over the past few days, we've also seen several other sort of mini updates go live with a few changes here and there. We've got some new free content now available, and it appears we could see some interesting MW2 stuff drop here in the very near future. Lots to break down today as we go over it all. If you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. Let's set a like goal for today. Let's try and go for 2,000 likes on this one. And if you're new to the channel, or if you're part of the 53% of viewers who have not already subscribed, every day I got you covered with all things going on in COD. So feel free to hit that sub button and turn on those post notifications. Also, just a heads up, all weekend long, my G Fuel discount code IMMORTAL is going to be boosted to get you 30% off your entire order. So if you want to grab a new tub, a shaker cup, a starter pack, anything at all from the G Fuel site, code IMMORTAL has you covered. So as far as today's update goes, this is just another routine weekly update. For what it's worth, we only have one more update left next week on the 21st to go until we're officially sort of in Season 4 Reloaded. That should be dropping on the 26th and the 27th between Vanguard and Warzone. So that should, by all counts, be our next major update that actually requires a download. It's possible there's like an emergency title update that goes live in between now and then, but as for today's, there is no extra download required. There is no copying or installing. Just whenever you go to jump onto the game next, you're probably going to see the whole update requires restart screen. You restart your game. After that, you're all good to go. All these changes will be automatically applied. Of course, being that it is a routine weekly update, one of the main things we are focused on here is the new playlist update that's now live for the next 7 days. We got a bit of everything going on here. Starting first on Caldera for Battle Royale, we got all the options, all the party sizes, solos, duos, trios, and quads. So you can play just all the standard stuff there. No fancy rule sets, none of that, just core Battle Royale gameplay. We also have the return of Standard Clash 50 versus 50. This is not just limited to Storage Town, but all across Caldera, Capital, Storage Town, Resort, Arsenal, all sorts of different POIs are featured there. So nice and casual, great for leveling up weapons and getting XP done there through all the bounty contract spam. So if you're trying to rank some stuff up, pretty solid mode to go in and do that with, especially if you got some double weapon XP tokens. Those are especially useful in Clash specifically. Jumping over to Fortune's Keep, we see the continuation of Resurgence, solos, duos, trios, and quads. Do keep in mind that starting next week, we're going to start to see a actual playlist update and playlist rotation go live basically daily with Fortune's Keep and Rebirth. But for this week, we do have just the standard Resurgence stuff going on Fortune's Keep. And then over on Rebirth, we just have Resurgence quads. Again, though, once that actual rotation comes into play next week, we are going to see more squad sizes available on Rebirth and Fortune's Keep, bouncing back and forth essentially every single day, it seems. But yeah, pretty standard stuff for the playlist updates, something for every single map and a little bit of something for everyone. Now, real quick, we're not going to spend much time at all today on the Trello board like we usually do, just because they really aren't updating it right now. We are seeing updates go live in game, like I mentioned earlier. We had several mini updates go live earlier on this week. We'll get to what those changed here in just a moment, but in the past, we've seen those mini update changes sort of visible on the Trello board. Not really the case right now. I'm not sure why the Trello is not getting much attention, but it really has not changed in quite some time. All the issues here still the same that we've covered several times now. The stopping power hitching issue, the Fortune's Keep camo rewards not being able to be equipped correctly without like saving them on a blueprint, and also Champion of Caldera player count is still mentioned there as well. So like I said, quite literally no changes here. Hopefully we do start to see this become more active though in the coming weeks. However, jumping over to Raven's Twitter, we had two sort of mini updates go live earlier on this week that definitely included some interesting changes. It was just one change a piece with these updates here, but they were significant ones nonetheless, right? So initially earlier on this week, Raven tweeted out, "We've pushed a small update to increase the number of buy stations available on Fortune's Keep from 10 up to 13. Now, this was a very common complaint amongst the community so far when it comes to Fortune's Keep. The buy stations just do not seem consistent, and it didn't feel like there was necessarily enough of them on the map. I know there will be times where I oftentimes land Keep. I'm keeping it real, right? So where you land there, there's usually like 3 buy stations, one out in the courtyard, one to the left, one to the right. But there's certain games where none of those spawn, and we got to travel halfway across the map to actually find a buy station, which obviously it's a small map, so it's not that bad, but it's still obnoxious. So hopefully with 13 buy stations now, those will be a little bit more spread out and consistent amongst your favorite drop spots on the island. So we got that change. And then also just yesterday, actually, we got a new update to combat some radar jammer spam. Raven tweeted saying, we recently pushed a small update to reduce the radius of radar jammers by 20% on Fortune's Keep and Rebirth Island. With that change, we are continuing to monitor engagement and feedback. Just based off my personal playing experience and gameplay experience, the radar jam spam was pretty brutal. Was and is, I think, is the more appropriate term for it. Was and is pretty brutal on Rebirth and Fortune's Keep, just because it takes up so much of the map. So hopefully this 20% reduction makes a significant change there. But also, I do think an actual drop rate reduction could be pretty beneficial as well. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that down below. But yeah, hopefully the radar jam spam is not going to be as brutal moving forward. Also, today we did see a very small patch note update go live sort of out of the blue. So for the July 14th update, they ended up fixing more collision issues with various elements across Fortune's Keep, so different wall exploits and whatnot. They also fixed an issue where an empty loadout drop would spawn when digging for buried treasure, and they fixed an issue where AI enemies would target a trophy system when it's placed near them. So like I said, very small update, no weapon changes or anything even, but that's what we got for the patch notes for today specifically. Now moving on, completely went over my head, but it is a new month somehow. This year is flying by, and with that actually means that we have a new Prime bundle now available in game. It seems like basically every month right now we're getting a new Prime bundle within Warzone and Vanguard. However, just based off the initial gaming.amazon.com/loot/Call of Duty page where you can see all of this, it looks like there's only going to be one more in-game bundle. It's available soon for this sort of content year. So presumably through August this is going to last, and then come September it's not going to be a thing anymore, unless of course they just update more. But that said, we do have a new bundle now available for everyone on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC if you have Amazon Prime. This one is known as the Shore's End bundle and comes with the legendary Cold Protection Operator skin, the Bear Weapon Blueprint, I believe, for the bar. We also have a new weapon charm, a new calling card, two new calling cards actually, then also a new emblem in there as well, all sort of like frosty and cold themed. Honestly looks pretty cool if you ask me, and hey, who doesn't love free content, right? And then lastly for today, as it's sort of hinted at the start of the video, it does seem like we could potentially have some interesting MW2 stuff dropping at some point here in the near future. And I say that because earlier on this week, Ralph's Valve, who of course we've talked about many times on the channel in the past due to his various insider sources and leaking sources for new Call of Duty updates and content and whatnot, he tweeted out saying, exciting 2 weeks ahead, hashtag Modern Warfare 2. So sort of insinuating that something big related to MW2 is going to be revealed and or announced in the next 2 weeks. Now, we've heard previously that they're not going to be showing anything at Gamescom this year, they being Activision. So it looks like August necessarily is not going to be a major month for, you know, an alpha or a beta drop. We know already, thanks to some of those leak dates, that it does look like the middle of September is going to be the actual beta. But before that, obviously, we got to have some kind of reveal. So while we might not see anything major like a walkthrough or a gameplay demo at Gamescom like we have in the past, perhaps within the next 2 weeks, we are going to see something related to a multiplayer announcement, or perhaps something to do with DMZ, Spec Ops, or even Warzone 2, because all those still have to be fully revealed here in the coming months prior to launch. So obviously, I'm going to be keeping a lookout for you guys when it comes to whatever could potentially surface or be revealed. We've obviously seen so many leaks over the past week or so because of Warzone Mobile, but it seems like we could have more official stuff here on the horizon. And whenever that stuff drops, I got you guys covered as always. So make sure you are subscribed with those noties turned on. That way you can always guarantee you're up to date. But that said, that's pretty much going to wrap things up for this video. If you guys enjoyed, let me know by dropping a like on it. And as always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code WhosImmortal for a discount on all Scuff, G Fuel, Gamer Advantage, and Control Freak products. And the links for all those can be found down in the description below. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.